Chelsea are back, man. Chelsea are fucking back. Like I got dressed, went out, my friends, to enjoy the demise of Chelsea. Listen, PSG have been giving man 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. So the expectation was that Chelsea were going to collect their own. In fact, we're even talking about Chelsea might collect 5 or 6, but no, man. Chelsea were the ones that handed it out. And it wasn't no 1-0 win that Chelsea did. When you lose 3-0, do you know what 3-0 is? Especially 3-0 in the first half. 3-0 in the first half means we understand you, we've studied you, and we figured out how to beat you. The 3 goals came from the same side. Nuno Mendes. The same Nuno Mendes that these men have been talking about that has been locking everyone up. They said Nuno Mendes locked Saka up. They said Nuno Mendes locked Salah up. They said Nuno Mendes locked up Yamal. But when he now came against Cole Palmer, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing. Of which, hey, Saka scored. So, how much looking up was there? But like, fucking hell, man. It was the same ball down Nuno Mendes' side 3 fucking times and it led to 3 goals. It was just so annoying because Chelsea are actually back. And Chelsea, it just shows, yeah, because when you analyze every Premier League team, especially the big Premier League teams, you see that we all have our different philosophies and strategies that the club is run under, right? And it's looking like Chelsea's own philosophy has been, because let's face it, in the last 15, 20 years, yeah, for what it's worth, the more successful teams have been Chelsea and Man City. And what do? They throw money at the issue. There's no emotional attachment to any player in Chelsea. Chelsea is a club where they're always prepared to see the back of you. Like, don't think you're too good to be let go. They're not married to anybody. Cole Palmer can leave Chelsea tomorrow and Chelsea fans won't give a damn. Chelsea lost Hazard and they didn't give a damn. Like Chelsea, like their philosophy is everyone that just looks good or sounds good or has any form of hype, come here. We don't care. Come here, play for us. If you're not good, then you're out. And then we bring in the next person. Anyone that has any kind of hype, Chelsea signed them. Bro, when they were signing Cole Palmer, no one had any idea that this guy was going to be what he was. It was just a case, it just looked like they were just signing yet another player that's got some hype. And Chelsea don't care who you are. They'll bounce you, they'll bounce your number, they'll give your number to someone else, bro. Mikhailo Modric is still a Chelsea player, but they gave his number to fucking, They gave his number to Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer is delivering. The Club World Cup final, Cole Palmer did 2 goals and an assist, bro. And then the funniest part about tonight was the America, bro. What the hell is superior player of the match? This is why, I don't know. And then halftime, they're doing up shows and performance. Doja Cat, Thames, listen, hey. More for Thames performing, baby. But like J Balvin, and it's just a case where football, yeah, is too serious for you to be doing a halftime show. I'm sorry, but hey, this is the thing with life. Change is permanent. They could have introduced it now and then, hey. But the reason is because, yeah, the way football typically goes is that any performances happen before the game. Champions League final, if you're an artist that wants to perform at the Champions League final, Champions League. If you're trying to perform at the Champions League final, you're doing that before the game, not in the middle of the game. How can you be performing at halftime? Bro, it's too serious for that. But hey, this is the thing with life. You hate it and then you accept it because it becomes your new normal. So maybe it could take, maybe it won't. Either way, I don't know. Like, tonight just didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Like, let's try and analyze the game, right? Because from the start, right, just thinking about, obviously I have to take it back to Arsenal because of the Gunners. Fuck the Chelsea. Anyway, I'm bitter right now, so just... From the start of the game, I thought it was a case where this is what happens, yeah? You start with your aggressive press, whatever you think you can do, and then PSG just weather the storm, and then they get back into the game, and then they get control, and then they score. This is what they did against us. as Arsenal, right? And this is what I said in my last video. So far, the teams that have given PSG the toughest of times have been English teams. Arsenal, Aston Villa, and Liverpool. And now they faced Chelsea and then they lost. So is it a case where English teams are the cure to whatever the hell PSG are doing? Obviously, only Liverpool and Chelsea have been able to do it successfully. Oh yeah, shit. Fucking hell. Because Aston Villa beat PSG in the second leg. Liverpool beat PSG in the first leg. And then Chelsea just whooped PSG in this final. So really and truly, of all these English teams, Arsenal were the only ones that haven't beaten them. That is a bit embarrassing. I'm sorry. Arsenal, what's going on? Why couldn't we do what Chelsea have done when it mattered, bro? When it mattered, why couldn't... Anyway, we didn't have all our players. You know what? This is the thing. This is why Chelsea's model will always look like is what makes the most sense. Because when it comes down to it, nobody cares that we had Mikel Merino as our number 9 when we faced PSG and lost to them. Nobody cares that Chelsea had all their 3 strikers available. They had Jackson, they had Delap, and then they had João Pedro. Same with Liverpool. Even Aston Villa, they had their full squad when they faced PSG. But nobody cares. All that matters is that Arsenal were the only English team to not beat them. Even though we didn't have our team. Our centre-back was fucking Kiwior, bro. Kiwior is a player that none of us have ever trusted. But obviously, he's done well. But you get my point. Context. But history does not remember context. All history remembers is who won and who lost. And who won? Arsenal lost. Who won? PSG beat us. And now PSG have lost to Chelsea. And it is official. It is official. Chelsea is back. Chelsea are back. Chelsea are in a title race because they were semi in the title race last season. But they fell by the wayside because it's just a case where, bro, you can't just bulldoze your way into a title race and think you can sustain it if it's not something that you've got the ability and the capability and the firepower to do. But now they do. They do. João Pedro looks like a sick signing, bro. João Pedro and Cole Palmer might just actually cook. They just might cook. Especially if Cole Palmer becomes a cemented right winger. None of this playing in a 10 role. If Cole Palmer just stays on the right, he might actually do some madness. Like I was at the bar, the sports bar that where I watched the game, and it's just banter after banter. Chelsea fans just being happy around me. Like they went from being despondents, they went from feeling the underdog feeling to after the first goal they started to believe, but they were still scared. And then after the second goal, they were still a bit worried. And then when the third goal went in, boom, Chelsea fans just became Chelsea fans. And this is such a Chelsea-ass thing to do when the odds are against them. Against Barcelona, because everyone is saying, Jamie Carragher said the highest compliment that he can pay this PSG team is that they are as good as the Barcelona 2011-2012 team. Chelsea beat them, bro. And then Chelsea went on to the final against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich that were literally on top of the world at that time, and Chelsea beat them against all odds. So is it just a case where there's just some teams that just know how to make it happen when the chips are down? They know how to make shit happen. And it's that knowing that makes shit happen nice. Is that know-how to make it happen that it just seems like time and again Arsenal just don't have. Whenever it comes down to the... This is why we cling on to the Invincibles so much, because that is some impressive know-how to make it happen shit. You know, because for 38 games or even more at that time, like you just knew that you've gotten on a run where you're not losing. I don't imagine that they started that season with the mindset that, oh, we're just not going to lose any game this season. I think it was probably after the 20th game that they realized that it's a possibility, right? And then time and again, they just made sure they just didn't lose. And it's because we don't have that mentality. And this is why we ended up having, I think we had like 12 draws, you know? But like, why don't we just have what it takes to just make shit happen when shit just needs to be made to happen? When we just needed to beat PSG, when we just had to beat PSG, why couldn't we just make it happen? And then the Premier League again, when we just needed to beat West Ham, because at that time, in like January, February, we're still within touching distance of Liverpool. Just make it happen. We don't care. I don't care. Just make it happen. We just don't have that in us to just make it happen. And I don't understand. And now we've got Madueke. Listen. The next half of this video, this is just me. This is something I realized yesterday, that listen to what Arsenal have done. Arsenal have signed a spine, yeah? Arsenal have signed a goalkeeper. Arsenal have signed 2 midfielders. And Arsenal have signed 1 attacker, yeah? Madueke, Norgard, Zubimendi, and Kepa. Arsenal have signed 4 players. I think the transfer window just might be done. I don't think we're going to get any more players in. And I'm choosing to just make peace with the fact that this is us. This is our team moving forward. This is our team. This is it. So obviously I'm going to make my next video, I'm going to make it about just analyzing our transfer window, because I've just accepted that this is it. I don't think any more players are coming in, because every single word concerning Gyökeres, anyway, see, that's for another video. But today's video, for what it's worth, congratulations, Chelsea. Chelsea are back. Fuck the Chelsea. PSG, you let us down. The whole world, we're expecting you, man, to do something. We're at the whole world. We're backing you, man. And look at what you guys did. PSG, you disappointed us. And then, to make matters worse, you guys were now some miserable, sore losers as well. Trying to fight at the end of the game. Getting stupid red cards, pulling on someone's hair. I'm just like, bro, PSG, what in the lack of sportsmanship, man? It's just, I was embarrassed on you man's behalf, man. Like, coupe à la maison in the mud, bro. Allez the fuck out of here, my nigga. Like, I can't. PSG, you fucked up. But hey, listen. Remember, no one gave a fuck about the Club World Cup in the beginning anyway. Let's be fucking for real. Ain't nobody care about the Club World Cup. But it's still a club. It's still a cup. And for what it's worth, Maresca's CV is going to look like last season, he won the championship. Then he went into the Premier League and he won what? The Europa Conference League and the Club World Cup with Chelsea. 2 trophies in 1 season. This is his CV. This is what history will remember. But obviously, if it was I'm too stressed to even do the Arsenal victimhood shit, where my usual shit, that logic flies out the window. Like, I just have to respect it. I just have to respect Chelsea, man. Like, I just have to respect Chelsea and all these other teams that just have what it takes to just make shit happen when they need to make shit happen. And this is what we need in our team. Congratulations, Chelsea. PSG, you man are so losers. Cole Palmer, what a sick player. What a literal superstar. Doing it at the biggest stage, world stage, American stage, and you're just turning up like, you know, just yeah. What more can I say? I'm upset, obviously, that Chelsea have won, and I have to be subject to all the millions of Chelsea fans doing the most on social media, and yeah, just is what it is. Congratulations, Chelsea. See you guys in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, peace.